Attention gamers, Professor Rav here to slap you with some education. A masochist is basically someone who enjoys inflicting pain to themselves. Let's use this word in a sentence. I play ADC in League of Legends, because I am a masochist. Let's break it down. Wanting to climb and picking ADC as your role is like wanting to have a super fulfilling career with a big ass salary but picking kindergarten or janitor as your job, only to have to listen to freaking fat Billy at parties who went into real estate and just soaks around in his own stupid slobber all day but ends up doing way better than you. And now, Riot just finished its juice box and Cheerios and announced that it will be taking a bloody toddler shit all over the walls by nerfing all ranged champion damage to towers by 20%. But Janitor Rav had a big-brained idea. Apparently this big-headed midget is just terrorizing the bot lane, so why not cheese the system and give it a try? And all of a sudden, something amazing happened. My brain started growing. Within hours, I was whipping wrenches all over the place, cleaning up entire teams in the lane phase, stealing freaking elder dragons with my projectile vomit rockets. My brain just kept getting bigger and bigger while the enemy's brains seemed to just keep getting smaller and smaller. So basically, I decided to play Heimer for the first time, and I haven't lost a single game since, and so without further ado, I would like to introduce a few sexy beasts to all of you. This is Becky and Samantha. They just babble all the time. Then there's Janice. She's on the quiet side but you don't want to wake that bitch up. And last, we can't forget Big Mama Gertrude.
Run.
She doesn't come out a lot, but when she does, she wants cake. But before we hop into the games, I want to address the elephant in the room. Last video, like all YouTubers typically do, I asked my viewers how many shits they thought I took while editing my last video, and I have to say, I am impressed at the amount of effort many of you took in properly analyzing the supplemental information that I provided. But the correct answer was 3. 3 poops, 2 of which were surprise attacks. So kudos to you for knowing my bowel habits if you got it. Now flash and ignite the shit out of that subscribe button because we are growing almost as fast as my brain in this video, and let's get into some gameplay. Okay, let's quickly break down the runes in this game since I am basically a master of this big brain champ after like 5 games. Apparently Electrocute procs off of Becky and Samantha's constant spitballs, so that works pretty well all the time. Cheap Shot is great for when I drop my radioactive testicle on them to stun. All the follow-up damage is cooked up. We are always collecting eyeballs, and Ravenous Hunter lets me play tag. You can catch me a little longer while Big Mama Gertrude is slut-shaming the infiltrators. Nullifying Orb because I am the master baiter, and Scorch for a bit more ticky-tang on my stuffs. The game starts out with me, Michelle Obama, and the office ladies establishing our territory in lane against Legolas and their walking submarine of a support. Metal Man jams his finger on a minion and continues the stupidity by waking up Janice from her 3 o'clock nap. Senna roots him, and then I slap a big fat technical testy stun on the dick before whipping one last wrench for the kill. Nautilus is walking his rusty ribcage back to lane and feeling stupider than ever when he decides to root himself in the same room that Becky and Samantha are having book club, and they are fucking pissed. I unleash a science experiment on the metal box, and this brain is already starting to grow. Back at lane, and the metal mouth breather wants to try his luck again in the war zone by stepping on my front yard. I totally miss a E, but the office ladies tell Varys that shirts are required and he runs away. I somehow do damage with a W that I clearly missed before I wrench whack the submarine to death. Then I see a party forming in the bush, so I decide to bring Janice as my +1. I plop her down to talk to my friends, and then I drop a testicle and then projectile vomit on these fools for the quadra. I finally get to meet their midlaner, who just finished 50 Shades of Grey and is now wandering around the rift trying to find someone that will tie him up. He sees how smart I am and tries to steal my identity, only to land 0 out of 156 rockets he shoots at me before my posse of pissed off office ladies take him down. Then it's my turn to shoot hundreds of fireworks at nothing as the walking submarine drowns in the background to my dubstep ignite. I am just chilling like a big brain villain in lane still when Legolas takes his time to fully charge up a Q that he shoots into nothing when I drop a fat Willy Wonka on his ass and rocket puke in his hair. We see the walking submarine coming up to take us on a tour, and Senna misses the easiest W, but this cerebral cortex starts whipping a few wrenches, drops a radioactive testy, calls Becky to come film the kill, and lights some fireworks to send Metal Man home. I am still in lane swinging a big brain and an even bigger cock when their brain-dead support roams one step too close again. I drop a bomb behind him and then summon all of last night's dinner in one big puke, and with Senna's help, we burst He-Boy the clanging dill pickle down one more time. Janice spread some rumors about Becky and Samantha, and now no one wants to come bot lane to try and help their useless support, so I continue to terrorize these chumps till the end. The skipping astronaut launches his death simulator and starts getting poked down until I turn on my bursty bulimia for another long ranger. They surrender before 20 minutes, and I figure it was just a fluke game because their Nautilus had the intelligence of a centipede, so I queue up another game to see this noodle noggin of a champ can carry my heavy ass to more wins. Game 2 started out a bit rough because they were running the new Korean Nico Blitz, and I wasn't sure how to deal with getting fruit looped constantly by the tie-dyed lizard and then hooked away from Samantha, but this noggin persisted and started taking over. I get fruit looped as their Warwick comes down for what should have been an easy gag. Then my support Cage Kook holds him and I drop a fat radioactive nutter butter bar to signal all the office ladies to unleash the pain. Now Blitz has to run out of the break room before Becky makes an example out of his ass and he burns his flash. This fight's not over though, as the other midget in lane cages her and I Hiroshima deadass for another kill. Nico tries to go all stealthy sneaky salesman tactics, but I tell her I'm not fucking interested in switching to Geico and slap one combo down for 60% of her health. Then Tiny Dumbledore gets hooked when all my shit's on cooldown, but I run over and make a quick call to Janice for support. The robot tries to flee the crime scene, but I drop a sparking yo-yo on his dome for another kill. I am just trying to peacefully back to base when this raging hormonal werewolf comes dashing in like a complete moron. Beck, Sam and Janny are straight like okay fuck this guy and send him running almost immediately before I go hyperbolemic and hit a long range wrench to teach the dog a lesson. Back at lane with the ladies set up in the back when Gandalf's grandson gets hooked into tower and the lizard tries to go all lollipop on our asses. We quickly turn on her with a sequence of magic nukes and fireworks to burst her down. Now it's just this long-armed B-bot and these midgets are feeling greedy, so Vagar cages him and I prep a solid technical testy before I force a long nasty rocket puke right on his face for the kill. I am back at lane having lunch with the ladies and Lil Dumbledore is taking care of business up front. He cages the lizard and does 100% of the work just in time for me to come up, contribute absolutely nothing to the fight and get hooked into tower like the donkey that I am. But I back off to get a little pep talk from the ladies before I run back up to tower with a new sense of confidence. Robot is still around, so we try to make a play. I call Janice into my office as my support cages the dumbass. I land a nuke and some fireworks and Janice finishes off the metal scraps with a clean laser beam. We finish off the tower, and since there's still another wave of these hooded midgets, I give Becky and Samantha a call to help me clean up after the party we just had. Rabid hormonal wolf comes flying down. He ults me, but my masturbating rune nullifying orb keeps me alive as my secretaries unleash all hell on him. I survive the ult and drop a combo to send him home to mommy. I am now super overextended mid, but I feel safe because I have a posse of bitching middle-aged office ladies watching my flank. The lizard and lazy boy collapse on me, but I just keep flying around my lab like a crazy midget scientist until I trophy myself to reassess the situation. I resummon Janice and continue dancing around trying to keep my head up as I zoom around these grounds. I am just about to hit the shopping mall when Warwick comes flying in to tell me a joke. The joke is about a jungler whose brain is so tiny he just can't comprehend the concept that you shouldn't blindly run into a fortress of Heimerdinger turrets for a fight. I give his joke a fake chuckle to not hurt his feelings and then murder his hairy ass. This team gives up early as well, and I am coming to the realization that this noodle noggin of a champion may be my cheesy free ticket to the free as fuck helpy ride. So on behalf of Becky, Samantha, and Janice, I would like to thank all of you naked ass Eskimos for all the support and for making this channel grow faster than that dumbass walking submarine's death count in the first game. We are closing up on 4,000 subscribers and we aren't going to let our foot off the gas pedal, boys. Thanks again. Stay sexy, brush your teeth, pet your dog, jerk your ween, watch my videos, like, subscribe and buy billboards advertising my content, and I will see all yins in the next one. Rav out.